You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club.
And welcome to the official Basketball Wives reunion show. The one cast member who did not show up on the reunion is
today
here
is
with
her
us.
birthday.
Yes.
Happy born day, Jen.
Take that out your mouth, man.
Thank you.
Pause.
Damn, what's going on here?
Pause.
Jennifer Williams is here with us.
Hi, guys.
Now, how come you weren't on the reunion last night?
I was not there because, you know what? I just felt like this entire season, I was completely set up. And, you know, after having a table being thrown at me, I just didn't feel like I needed to be there.
Did the table hit you?
No, it didn't hit me.
Okay.
It hit a security.
Oh, man.
And he was all bloody.
Wow.
So I felt like I needed to make a statement.
Was he thrown off the show, the girl that threw the table?
Malaysia.
Not to my knowledge.
Really?
Well, she was at the reunion.
She was there?
And she did say that she had no intention of getting physical with you. So you didn't feel safe. They said you sent an email through your lawyer saying that you did not feel like it was a safe place for you to be because you did feel like the whole season you were set up. So
I did. And I just want to clarify something because they made it seem like I sent the email last minute. The reunion was being filmed on a Sunday, and my attorney sent the letter on Friday. So it was not a last minute thing. They knew that I wasn't coming.
Would you have felt more comfortable if there was no tables there?
No, you know, honestly, they really tried to get me to go, which was crazy because when they found out I wasn't coming, the producers were waiting outside of my house for hours for me to come outside. And they caught me walking my dog.
Wow.
And they were like, listen, we hired 2 extra security. What can we do to make you feel comfortable? And it was like at that point, it was too late because this is the thing. After the table got thrown at me in Amsterdam, nobody reached out to me to see how I was, if I was okay. I was like, listen, get me a flight out of here. I was literally in Amsterdam for 24 hours. So now that you have probably built this whole reunion.
Bring it back a little bit because some people might not have seen Basketball Wives. So explain to people what happened in Amsterdam.
I definitely didn't see it. I just saw the trailer.
Yeah, I just seen the
And they cut it.
chair.
They cut it. That's why I asked if you got hit
I
because they
think
cut it right before you get hit.
even before we get to Amsterdam, let's talk about what happened this season because that all led up to what happened in Amsterdam with you. So you came back to Basketball Wives this season. How did you end up coming back?
Why did you come back?
For the show?
So I came back to Basketball Wives actually at the end of last season. I came back. I had a conversation with Shawnee. She thought it was a good idea that Evelyn and I sit down and talk. It had been 5 years since we spoke. And I was like, okay, you know what? A lot has happened in my life. A lot has happened in her life. Like, I'm just ready to move on. So we had the conversation last season. Everything was fine. And honestly, I thought the show was going in a different direction. So I was comfortable with coming back. You know, when I left the show.
What direction you thought it was going to be positive?
Somewhat. I mean, last season, Shawnee was doing women's empowerment.
Right. Yep.
You
And
were cool with Tammy. You and Tammy were friends.
And all y'all grown as fuck.
You and Evelyn made up.
Right. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. You know, I think it's great that we can show viewers a positive image. I don't think women always have to be arguing and fighting. And I felt like the show was going in that direction until it took 20 steps back this season.
All right, so you get back on the show. Now, you and Tammy had been cool with each other before this new season started, but then you guys started having some fallings out, and she said that you were a liar. So how did all that happen?
Well, Tammy and I, first of all, when I left Basketball Wives season 4, I did not speak to those girls until I had seen Tammy and Shawnee at an event that Malaysia was doing that they were actually filming, that they wanted me to be on camera, but I did not sign a release. So that was about probably like 2.5 years ago now. So Tammy and I ended up like getting cool, just kind of, you know, like talking, catching up. Tammy was revealing to me a lot of things that Evelyn allegedly was doing. And I was like, wow, it's like been so long. Like, why is this still happening?
And Tammy and Evelyn still weren't getting along at this point.
Tammy and Evelyn were not getting along.
They never really have since.
It's always kind of been this, I don't know what, this very weird energy between those two where they make up and then they fight again. So, yeah, I feel like Tammy felt away because I let the whole shit with Evelyn go. And I think she was upset about that because that was not the plan.
Okay, so you think there was a plan in place for when you came back to Basketball Wives?
Well, when I first came back, you know, because Tammy was telling me all this shit, she was like, listen, we need to, we need to take her down. And at the time, I was
Talking about Evelyn.
Yes, at the time I was down with it because of all the things that I was hearing that she allegedly was doing.
Like
I
what?
thought Evelyn was your friend though.
No, at this time we
This
weren't
before they
speaking.
didn't
They hadn't
Okay.
spoken in 5
Years.
years, she said.
Right.
So what kind of things was she saying
okay,
that
so-
Evelyn was saying
Allegedly.
about you?
Allegedly, so when I got hit on Basketball Wives, she was saying that, Evelyn has set that up. There was also, which, whatever, I was kind of over that. But honestly, the one thing that I was really upset about was a situation where she allegedly was trying to sell a story to the blogs with me and another celebrity.
Who was
that
it?
I don't want to say,
Like a
Make
dating
me
but
story?
Google.
literally only like 4 people knew, so I knew she couldn't have been lying.
Oh, you knew it was her because nobody knew you was dating.
And
the
the
guy.
problem is that Tammy had hooked up with Evelyn's old manager and so she was getting a lot of information from her.
Okay. So there's a lot of messiness going on
This is
behind the
messy.
scenes.
I thought it
Yes.
was something. I thought it was
It's a
something about
lot.
you talking about Evelyn's daughter or something.
We're going to
too.
get to that next,
Yeah,
right?
it's a progression.
Right. So then, even before that happened, I guess you guys all were talking, and they were saying that you had said some really negative things about Evelyn, and that got brought up. Now let's discuss that, because you said that you and Evelyn had discussed the fact that you guys both said negative things about each other. So what were some of those things that you can say? Yes, I did say that.
Honestly, to be honest, I can't remember everything that was said because we're talking about something that was like 5 years ago, okay?
Right.
And when women fall out, yeah, they talk shit. You know what I'm saying? So her and I had a conversation. We agreed, like, listen, I probably said some shit, you probably said some shit, but let's just like move forward.
Okay.
And so that's what we agreed on. One of the things that did come up was there was a rumor going around, and I heard this from years ago, that Evelyn had slept with Shawnee's ex.
Shaq.
With Shaq.
Yes.
Shaquille O'Neal.
And so Tammy and I had this conversation.
Hold on, that's why Shaq will never come up here, by the way. It's Shaq, that's the reason why Shaq.
It's
But go ahead.
important to name names in situations like that, though, 'cause
Absolutely.
that could have been Ocho Cinco, that could have been the baseball
Absolutely.
player. You know what I
It
mean?
got to be, yeah, so we're not
Yeah,
confused.
yeah.
Okay, so Shaq.
Yes.
Allegedly.
So Shawnee and I did have this conversation. I'm sorry. Tammy and I did have this conversation. Now, do I know it to be true? No. Like, I don't know, but I
You're
have.
saying it was a rumor.
Right. But here's the problem. I felt like on the show, they act like I started this rumor. And I'm like, first of all, no, I did not start the rumor. I heard this years ago. Somebody asked me. So when Tammy circled back, was telling me all these things, it was kind of like, oh, did you hear this? Did you hear that? And that's how the whole conversation
Why is
came
y'all talking
up.
about 20-year-old rumors, though?
They're just gossiping.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
People bring up old stuff all the time.
Right. And so basically, we talked about that a whole year ago. So Tammy decided to bring the shit back up during the season. And then,
And that
kind of
turned
everything.
into a really big deal because nobody had it seemed like Shawnee had never heard this rumor before. It was her first time hearing it. Do you
Right.
believe that
Evelyn
was
say?
authentic?
What did Evelyn say? How did she respond to the rumor?
I mean, she was like, it's not true.
Okay.
So
So
you
this
know,
wasn't like Evelyn shared with you, I slept with Shaq. It was just a rumor
no,
you heard.
No,
And
it was just a
never
rumor.
anything.
It was just a rumor I heard, and that was it. I had a conversation about it. There was no facts, no receipts. We let it go. And so Tammy decided to bring it up. But you know what? I had a scene with Tammy in the beginning of the season, and she made a comment which didn't play. And now that I look back on it, I see where she was going with it. Because she was like, oh, I saw you went to Evelyn's birthday. And I was like, yeah, I did, whatever. And she was like, oh, so did you guys talk about everything that you said about one another? And I kind of was like, no, we just decided to let it go. So I felt like she has something brewing now that I think back on it. And she really had an issue with that.
You don't think y'all all too old for this?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do. And this is exactly why I didn't go to the reunion.
So now what about this latest thing that happened on the episode where Malaysia says that you were talking negatively about Evelyn's daughter, and basically they bleeped out a lot of what was said. So I don't even know exactly what it was that they said that you said about her daughter, but basically that she was paying all the bills in the household while Evelyn was running around. And I guess it probably was something sexual that you were saying about her daughter, and that
Evelyn
she was
got
a
a baby
builder
daddy
body.
by a multimillionaire. That baseball player made some money, though. I don't think
I
she'd
don't-
ever be hurt.
But this was at a time when Evelyn supposedly had a roommate, and
They said
she
you
said it
called
on the
her,
show. She had a roommate, and the roommate is the one that was saying this. So this was not the time
Would you
that she
like-
was with
Right.
Carl.
Would
So
you like some
what-
more rum before you answer this question?
No.
It's her birthday. She's having a little rum.
They said
Little
allegedly you
bumble.
called the daughter a hoe or something like that. And that was due to lack of parenting.
First of all, I mean, this was the first time that I was hearing this, okay? And so, the thing about it is that when I left that show, when I left the reunion, I did not talk to those girls, okay? So Shawnee was trying to say, oh, Jennifer said this, I don't know, 5 years ago or whenever we weren't speaking. One, I would never say that about her daughter
So
because...
Shawnee said you said that.
Yes.
And this is her Evelyn's daughter, Shanice, who you've known since she was 6.
I've known her since she was 6. I've never even seen Shanice with a credit card, to be honest with you. So one, that's something that I would never say. And my thing is this, Shawnee, first of all, she starts a lot of bullshit behind the scenes.
Shawnee O'Neal?
But yes.
Okay, you're not coming back to the show, clearly.
Whatever. I mean, I'm just like, I came up here to keep it real.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So, my thing is, if I allegedly said this 5 years ago and this is your girl, why, one, are you just now bringing it up? Okay. 2, why were you advocating for us to sit down and have a conversation last season? But now this season is something totally different.
So you're saying Shawnee made that up?
Then she lied.
It didn't come from me.
Did Basketball Wives drop in ratings or something? Because it seemed like it was a little bit more ratchet this season. Like they trying to get that controversy to bring
To
numbers
be
together.
honest with you, I don't know the answer to that, but I do know that the ratings have been through the roof this season.
Yeah, 'cause
which means that's an extra check for Shawnee O'Neal.
So what about Malaysia? Now, Malaysia has some things to say about you and what you said about Evelyn also. So you're saying that both Malaysia and Shawnee.
I feel like this. First of all, I did not want to go to Amsterdam. I told the producers, they kind of played it like, okay, well, Jennifer's not invited. Okay,
Before we go to
listen.
Instagram, so to clear it up, you did not say anything negative about Evelyn's daughter at all.
No,
Did
not
call
at
her a hoe,
all.
did not say lack of parenting, nothing.
None of that.
Ain't gonna
Shawnee
be no
O'Neal-
receipts pulled later, right?
No.
So Shawnee O'Neal and
I just wanted
Malaysia,
to
you
say
saying, or telling fibs or lying about that.
I feel like I was set up.
Okay.
Yes.
So Evelyn and Shawnee, some lying-ass women is what you're saying.
Listen, I don't know if somebody might have told them I said that,
Mm-hmm.
but they did not hear that shit from me.
But you didn't say anything negative.
Well, now
So
who
they
was the
lying.
roommate? Because now what happened is there was a roommate though in the middle of all this story, and I guess the roommate was the person. Is what I gathered from it from watching the show that Evelyn had a roommate. They must have had a falling out too, or
First of all, I don't know who this roommate is. I believe because from what happened in Amsterdam, Evelyn was saying it was the girl Naya, and that's actually the girl that hit me in the face.
Okay.
So why would I've never had a conversation with her since. I actually sued that girl. So why would she
Did
be
you win?
talking to me? We kind of just like, she had to do a couple things like
Community
write an
service.
apology. Yeah.
But
she
did
has,
she pay come up with any money?
I didn't want any money from her.
Oh, okay.
all
So
right.
you just realizing Shawnee and Evelyn be lying? It just dawned on you?
I wouldn't say Evelyn because she was kind of like an innocent bystander in the shit. But what I'm saying is that Shawnee starts a lot of things behind the scenes.
It's good for our show.
Well, on the reunion, they did ask Shawnee about some things that Tammy might have said, and I don't know. Did you watch the reunion since you weren't there?
I did. I watched some of it.
What did you think of it?
Here's the thing. It's really interesting that Shawnee has selective memory because she couldn't seem to remember if Tammy had said those things, which had happened, I don't know.
Some things about Evelyn. Or-
Some things about Evelyn, some things that Tammy, I guess, had told Evelyn and Shawnee. And Shawnee was like, I don't know, because she never wants to be in the middle of everything.
Well, you said earlier you couldn't remember some things from some years ago, though.
But I'm not saying I remember exactly what I said, but there's certain conversations that you're going to remember specific things.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I can remember, I probably talk shit. Exactly what I said, I don't know.
So you did talk shit about Evelyn's daughter.
No, I'm not saying about her daughter. I'm saying when Evelyn and I fell out, we probably talked shit about each other. I don't remember exactly what I said. You know what I mean? But
Don't
when
listen
you
to me.
fall
I don't
out,
even know what's going
when you
on. I'm
fall
just
out with
no idea what's
somebody,
going
Just over here chatting with the girls. That's all.
So that conversation, I know you guys didn't watch the reunion in here, but the conversation between Tammy and Evelyn got a little brutal. And I did feel they were going at each other. They talking about reproductive situations and miscarriages.
Wow.
And rotten, like all kinds of things. No, it was pretty bad. What did you think when you saw that?
Wait, Yee, we missed Amsterdam. I'm waiting for Amsterdam. Like, what happened in Amsterdam, Yee?
Oh. I mean, this is basically what happened is that they said that Jennifer spoke about Evelyn's daughter.
And who
And that
threw the
happened
chair
in
at you?
Amsterdam. Malaysia threw the table.
She
Malaysia threw a table.
She threw a table at you. Why?
I I don't know. Maybe you should get her up here and ask about
She
it.
just randomly threw a table at you?
I mean, we were like arguing, and I don't know. This shit came out of nowhere, and I'm thinking to myself, this bitch looks like a linebacker, and I'm trying to figure out like, am I gonna have to fight this big bitch? Like, this is crazy.
She young though, right?
She's not that young.
I guess she's in her late 20s.
No,
Early
she's in her
30s?
30s.
Oh,
And you know,
okay.
the interesting thing to me is that Malaysia she basically is on camera having a conversation with her son about police brutality and trying to teach her son about, you know, what goes on
She
in
had
the
Officer
community.
Norman on the show too.
Yes.
Okay.
And so here it is, like, you're trying to show your son certain things, and yet and still you go and you throw a table.
Well, sometimes you got to show your children on site. And what the hell on site mean? You know what I'm saying? People out here running their mouth. I might have to press them.
You know,
Are there-
last time we were up here, we told you better learn karate. Like, you better learn how to protect yourself a little better. You getting
I'm not.
tables.
I know. I'm good though.
All right.
Trust me.
I thought you had got good with a blade because didn't you slash somebody's tires earlier this year?
That was bullshit.
That wasn't true.
No.
Your ex boo boo.
No.
You slashed
I
his
went.
tires?
Listen, I don't even know how to
Where
put
you
air
get
in my
this information
tire.
from, man?
TMZ.
Google. Are there things that you regret that happened this season, as far as you're concerned, or that happened in general that got brought up this season?
You know, I like to say that I don't live with regrets because I just try and learn a lesson from whatever it is. You know, I wish I wouldn't have had certain conversations with Tammy because I feel like she definitely had bad intentions. But, you know, I don't want to do the woulda, shoulda, coulda. Like, I really just want to move on. I feel like everything is so petty and dumb. And I just feel like I've been through so much in my life the past 3 years that I can't really focus on that.
Right. Jennifer's mother did pass away.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry
Yeah,
to
that
hear
was really sad. And you also did go through a really bad public breakup and ended up having to go to court and everything.
Was that James Tim Norman?
Yes.
The guy whose
I was-
tires they say you slashed?
Yes, I was in court for 6 months dealing with that. And,
He
you
was
know,
abusive, right?
I would say he's never put his hands on me, but I know that he has done that to other women. And, you know, when we were in court, he ended up saying his tires were never slashed. It went from his tires being not slashed to punctured to just being flat, and that he used Fix-A-Flat to fix his tires.
Why were y'all in court if y'all not married or y'all weren't married?
Restraining
Oh,
order.
restraining order.
So, okay, so
You
now
don't
what?
strike me as that type, though, to slash tires.
No,
Yeah, I can't see that either.
You don't seem like the confrontational type to me.
no, I'm not.
But that's very non-confrontational. When no one's around, you slash their tires.
No, you know, and the crazy part is
Sounds
that
like you
this
did it before
man
you-
moved across the
I've
street
never
from
done
me,
that.
and I had
Really?
no idea.
What?
Yes,
With a girl, he had a new girlfriend, right?
yes,
Wow.
and that's allegedly where I slashed the tires. I mean, literally.
So that's
I
when
mean,
you
it's
get the
crazy.
restraining order because he was right across the street from you?
No, I actually got the restraining order because he was going around saying all this like crazy shit. So it was kind of like, okay, he gets a restraining order against me because of the tire situation. So it was like, okay, now I have to play defense. And I was like, this dude is really crazy.
So,
Wow.
so he was stalking you, you believe?
Absolutely.
So Evelyn was leaking these stories to the blogs?
No.
Oh.
No.
So, can you and Evelyn, can your relationship be repaired? Because that's the most long-standing one that you've had. You guys have been friends for how long?
Oh my God. I think we met in 2000.
All right, so you guys have been friends for 18 years. Is this a situation where you
Well,
want...
we didn't speak for 5 years. So.
So off and on.
Right. But,
Right.
I mean, she was in your wedding.
Yes.
And, you know,
Along
you
with
guys
you.
were... Yeah, I was there, too. I was in the wedding also. So, is there any way you feel like that can be repaired, and would you want that?
You know, here's the thing. I don't want drama with anybody. I feel like this show has ripped our friendship apart more than once. And I don't know if it ever could get back to what it was. But my hope is like one day we can, you know, definitely be cordial because this is absolute nonsense.
What is cordial? Not throwing tables at each other?
Well, she didn't throw a table at me.
That was the other girl.
I think we both really love each other, and there's a lot of things that have transpired. And you know, maybe one day we can move forward. I thought that's what we were working towards, but I really feel like the girls on the show are very jealous of our friendship.
Why, though? Why can't two women be friends?
I don't know.
What about Kristen? Kristen and you, she was kind of the last one standing that had a conversation with you. Where do you guys stand now?
I don't have a problem with Kristen. I mean, I've texted her. She's texted me since. I think Kristen is actually like a really cool girl, and I felt like she was a good fit for Basketball Wives. But yeah, I don't have any issues with her, and we're still very cool. And I text her mom, and her mom calls me, and so we have a good relationship.
What about Shanice? Because that is Evelyn's daughter. Did she have any reaction to all of this? Obviously, she's an adult now, so.
I know. I just feel awful that they kind of keep throwing her daughter in it. And, anyone that knows Evelyn knows that's a trigger, and I feel like that's what Shawnee was going for, because I felt like, I don't know if she was upset over the whole like Shaq rumor, but I felt like she was determined to bring me down. So I don't know what Shawnice's reaction has been. I just feel bad that she has been an innocent bystander the past 2 seasons and has got thrown in something that she has nothing to do with this show.
If they asked you to come back for the next season.
Oh, God.
Remember, keep in mind, you already called Malaysia a linebacker. So she's going to want that fade.
And you call Shawnee a liar.
Here's the thing.
Let's be clear. Malaysia and Shawnee had a period of time where they didn't get along at all, and Malaysia's back on the show.
Yes.
There's always been issues between people, but somehow it's still.
Every season, I feel like somebody has to take the fall. It's like they gang up on somebody every season. It was my turn. I honestly would like to move forward in my life. I still am under contract, so I don't know what's going to happen. I do know that allegedly the production company got fired. And so I don't know what's going to happen with the show, but I just want to move forward.
Have you spoke to Malaysia? I heard
No.
she apologized for throwing the table at you.
Did she?
I saw that on Gossip.
Well, she didn't apologize to me directly.
I think she apologized for throwing a table at all, period.
Oh, but not
Different.
directly at your head. Not at your head, though.
I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about it, but no, I have not spoken to her.
Are you going to watch part 2 next week?
Is there a part 2?
Oh, it's just one part? I thought it's 2 parts.
It's always 2 parts.
Oh, it's just one? Oh, I thought it
only
was a
one
2-part
part.
reunion.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, is there? I don't know.
It looks like
I think if I showed up, there probably would have been 2 parts.
My goodness.
All right.
Stay out
Well,
of trouble.
listen, Jennifer, thank you for coming through and happy birthday.
Thank
sorry
you.
that we had to talk about
Thank
all
you
this
guys. Thank you for
drama.
letting me have my reunion here. You know what? Because I wanted to come here and I knew that I could tell my true story and it would not be edited. So thank you guys for that
Have
platform.
you gotten everything out? Is everything fine?
Who's that guy that you were with? That's the new boo with the you had a picture and you had his arm in it, and I'm like, who is this guy?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's your birthday. Who you with tonight? What boo you with tonight?
So
She's about to catch a flight. I see her bags out there.
Oh.
I
Okay.
am about to catch a flight.
Where you
So
going?
I'm going to Atlanta.
Oh, your boo's in Atlanta?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh,
Y'all flying somewhere exotic after that?
No, she might just be going to see her boo.
No, I'm
What-
just going to see him.
What does he do?
damn, Envy.
Jesus.
Just curious.
He does real estate.
Oh, you got you somebody just
He is not in the
normal.
business.
There you go.
Yeah, he's not in the business.
doing good?
Yeah, he's a boss.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
That's
all
what you
right.
need.
Every
Somebody
time I
normal.
see you in the Chanel store, so I just want to make sure, you know.
He's definitely a boss. He's a really good guy. It's very new, so we'll
Black
see.
or white?
He's black.
Does he watch Basketball Wives?
No, he does not.
Did he know who you were?
He did not know who I was.
So
And he is
says.
not a fan of reality shows. And he's like,
Is he
I
under
think
50?
He is.
So he don't want you on reality TV, basically is what you're saying.
He does not.
So why don't you get off reality TV?
I mean,
Jennifer?
that's what. Yeah, I told him that's
But
not
he
my
got to
desire.
commit to you first, though.
Right. We'll see what happens.
Has he been married before?
He has.
Is his ankles ashy?
You know what?
What is he doing for you for your birthday? Do you know yet?
I have no idea.
Does he have kids?
He does.
Does his kids like you?
I haven't met them yet.
Oh, his
it's not
kid's
there
your
yet.
age.
No.
Oh,
Damn. I said he's under 50. Geez.
oh okay.
No, but he keeps a smile on my face, so that's really what's important right now. So we'll see what happens.
Have you spoken to Shani at all, though? Like, have you expressed these frustrations to Shani? Does she know, or will this be her first time hearing about this on the Breakfast Club?
No, I have not. I have not spoke to any of those girls.
Except Kristen.
Yes, except Kristen.
So
Well,
you
what do
do-
you think that was edited out? Are there things that we didn't see that you wish we would have gotten a chance to see?
Well, I wish you could see how much bullshit happens behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they try and make it seem like, oh, Jennifer's messy. Jennifer starts this. And, there's one thing I do want to clarify. The whole rumor about Cece and her, like, picking up young guys at the gym.
Who is Cece?
She's on the show as well. You don't want to know.
She's a new girl.
Okay.
Just for clarification, because I don't know if they try to make it seem like I started this rumor. I did make a joke about, well, what was she doing at the spa giving happy endings? But that entire scenario and rumor,
No,
that
don't just
came
slide
from,
back that. I can't believe you, Jennifer. Just
I did
accusing
make a
people
joke.
of giving hand jobs to random men.
I did make a joke.
Oh my God.
However, this whole rumor started because both Evelyn and I heard that from Shawnee. But because she's an executive producer, her hands are always going to come out clean.
Wow.
Well,
Not
if she
the
was in
hand
that
job.
gym, she would.
Now that she's giving happy
If she
endings.
was in that gym, it wouldn't have been
My
clean.
goodness.
Damn it.
Well, thank you, Jennifer. You enjoy your birthday.
Thank you.
I didn't know Shawnee was this foul. That's why. I mean, I'm not saying she's Shawnee. I don't know if you're foul or not. I'm just saying
Allegedly.
the way
Allegedly.
Jennifer is describing you. I didn't know you were this foul.
Let me tell you, there are receipts. Angela has seen receipts.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You have ye?
So
I have some text messages.
I just feel like all of y'all too grown for that. Like you too grown.
think
to be
so, too.
Stirring up drama between people.
But you know what drama sells? Does everybody
Yes,
want to
it
watch a
does, yeah.
show where everybody's getting along and being kumbaya?
No.
Clearly not.
And she on VH1, so she got to compete with Mona Scott. Mona Scott got her show turned up.
Exactly.
That's what it is. So she wants to be Mona Scott, is what you're saying.
I don't know that, but obviously you want good ratings. If you're executive producer, you want your show to be,
Well, what's next for Jennifer?
what's next for me? I
Atlanta.
really yes, I am going to Atlanta. Honestly, I really want to get into producing, and I want to produce content and things that are close to my heart.
Okay, so no Ratchet TV, you're saying?
No.
Ain't nobody watching that.
Excuse me.
You know that, Jen.
I want to do scripted, though.
Oh, got you. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy your birthday. Have
Thank
fun.
you.
And thank
I
you for
will.
coming by. Happy birthday.
Thank you,
Alrighty.
guys.
It's the Breakfast Club. It's Jen Williams, Jennifer Williams.